Florida July Planting Guide. Grow beauty and flavor. July in Florida arrives with a kind of energy you can feel the moment you step outside. The mornings begin warm and bright, sunlight stretching across the landscape long before most people are awake. The air carries that familiar mix of salt, soil, and humidity that tells you summer is here in full force. By midday, the heat settles in like a heavy blanket, wrapping around every leaf and blade of grass. And then, almost like clockwork, the afternoon rains roll through, quick, powerful, and nourishing. These daily rhythms shape everything that grows here. And for gardeners, July is not a month to hide indoors. It is a month to embrace the season, to step into the garden and feel the pulse of life that defines the Sunshine State. Everywhere you look, color bursts into life. Flowers that might wilt or fade in cooler climates stand tall and vibrant under the Florida sun. In North and Central Florida, amaranthus waves its dramatic plumes in shades of burgundy and gold, adding height and movement to garden beds, while South Florida gardens glow with wax begonias and moss rose that thrive in the constant warmth. Begonias spill over containers with glossy leaves and bright, cheerful blooms that seem to glow even in the hottest part of the day. Celosia rises like flames from the soil, its feathery blooms catching the light in brilliant reds, oranges, and yellows across all three regions. Gomphrena dots the landscape with round, papery blossoms that last for weeks without fading, and milkweed, beloved by monarchs, flourishes statewide, becoming a nursery for caterpillars and a feeding station for adults. Moss rose creeps along the ground, opening its delicate flowers each morning as if greeting the day with a smile, especially in South Florida's sandy soils. Pentas cluster together in star-shaped blooms that butterflies can't resist, while torenia brings cool purples and blues to shady corners from Pensacola to Miami. Tropical sage adds fragrance and texture throughout the state, and zinnias, those classic summer favorites, stand proudly above it all, defying the heat with their bold, joyful petals. These flowers don't just decorate a yard, they create a living, breathing ecosystem. Butterflies drift from bloom to bloom, bees buzz with purpose, and hummingbirds dart through the air like tiny jewels. Planting these flowers in July is more than a gardening choice. It's an act of stewardship, a way to support the wildlife that depends on our landscapes for survival. But July is not only about beauty. It is also a month of incredible abundance for edible plants. Florida's heat, humidity, and long days create the perfect environment for tropical vegetables and fruits that struggle elsewhere. In North Florida, gardeners transplant gingers, peppers, roselle, tomatillos, and tomatoes, while Central Florida growers add boniato and sugarcane to their midsummer plots. Down in South Florida, sugarcane and tropical spinaches take center stage, thriving in the steady warmth and daily rains. These crops love the rhythm of the season, producing glossy fruit and lush foliage that ripens quickly under the sun. Some crops require a gentler touch. In North Florida, amaranth, calabaza, long squash, loofah, and Seminole pumpkin reward patience with harvests that feel almost magical. Central Florida gardeners enjoy cassava, papaya, pineapple, and pigeon pea alongside those same northern staples, while South Florida gardens burst with papaya, pineapple, and sweet potatoes that revel in the tropical heat. For gardeners who love starting from seed, North and Central Florida offer cucumbers, okra, peas, and pumpkins that sprout quickly in the warm soil, while South Florida gardeners sow chayote, a vine that thrives in the humid air and rich summer rains. Gardening in July is a dance with the elements. Watering becomes an art, deep in frequent soakings that encourage strong roots, balanced with the natural rhythm of summer storms. Mulch becomes a gardener's best friend, keeping moisture in and heat out. Nutrients wash away quickly in heavy rain, so slow-release fertilizers help keep plants steady and strong. And through it all, the garden grows, sometimes faster than you expect, sometimes in ways that surprise you, always in ways that remind you that nature has its own pace and personality. As you move through your garden this month, take time to notice the connections. The flowers above feed the pollinators that help your vegetables below. The soil beneath your feet holds the memory of every season before it. The plants you tend today will feed your family, your wildlife, and your spirit in the months to come. Gardening in Florida is not a hobby, it is a relationship, one built on patience, curiosity, and a willingness to learn from the land. July invites us to slow down and appreciate the simple magic of growth. To watch a zinnia open in the morning light, to see a butterfly land on milkweed, to pick a tomato still warm from the sun, to feel the satisfaction of nurturing something from seed to harvest. These moments are small, but they add up to something meaningful, a connection to the world around us, and a reminder that beauty and flavor are always within reach. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Florida's July garden. If you enjoyed this narrative and want more monthly guides, inspiration, and gardening wisdom, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and tap the notification bell. Together, we'll keep growing, one sunny Florida day at a time.